How's it going, everybody? Zach with Mcintire's Garden Center in Georgetown, Texas. Today I want to talk about compost, whether you're making it or buying it, and how to know if it is ready. In the sense of ready, I mean, is it ready to release nutrients and harbor beneficial bacteria and microbes to help the plants grow. When you go to purchase compost, it needs to look black or rich, dark brown, close to charcoal as possible, and have a rich smell, kind of a humus dirt smell. It should not smell foul. If it smells foul, you have anaerobic bacteria and or a lot of manure that hasn't off-gassed, which you can still use, but make sure that you go easy with it because it could burn. All right, when you're making compost, some of the basic stuff that you need to know is brown material like wood and wood chips are going to be carbon based. You need equal parts to carbon to nitrogen, and knowing your base materials and knowing if they are nitrogen positive or nitrogen negative and carbon positive. Things like grass clippings are neutral, so they have one carbon, one nitrogen, one carbon, one nitrogen, so they break down very evenly. Things like coffee grounds would have nitrogen, blood meal would have nitrogen, manures from animals would have extra nitrogen. So if you ever get your pile locked up, that means you have too much carbon or not enough moisture. And if you don't have enough moisture, the bacteria won't be there to break it down. The good bacteria won't be there to help break it down. So it's very important to have a balance in nitrogen to carbon, and then have consistent moisture and consistent air coming in there. And that's the point of stirring it. And you're always going to feed it. And you can harvest your compost from the bottom of the pile, whether you're using a turning system or a pile system. You're basically the same thing. You need a balance of nitrogen to carbon. If you put a bunch of carbon in, you need to find a nitrogen source, some chicken manure, some goat manure, rabbit manure, whatever source, and throw that in there, stir it in, add some moisture. Spoiled milk is great for a compost pile to be mixed in. Coffee grounds that has extra nitrogen is acidic. Cornmeal that's gone spoiled. Pretty much anything comes from the kitchen can go in there, and usually it's going to be on the nitrogen side. Lettuce, all your debris from the garden, a lot of that's going to be carbon based. Old pulled out tomatoes and stuff like that, and sticks and leaves from the fall. But other than that, it's a balance of keeping that. And if it ever goes stagnant, it's either nitrogen deprived or you've got moisture. The moisture has dropped too low, and you've basically stalled out the bacteria. Here at the shop, there's several different types of compost. We have the sustainable organic triple power compost by Organics by Gosh. There's the Whittlesea screened organic compost. That's basically leaf and grass clippings and mulch piled up, broken down. The triple power is like cotton burr, byproduct from the grocery store, and manure, like I think a horse manure. There's the Ladybug line for now, their Revitalizer, which is like a cow manure base. They have the mushroom compost, which is usually cow manure. They use straw and grain, and then grow the mushrooms out of that. And then this is piled up and then broken down even more. Then they have the turkey manure base. You still have a carbon source of the litter that they walk on, plus probably some wood, and then they use that litter to break down the wood and turn it into compost. There's cotton burr, the back to nature. There's back to earth and back to nature. That's the acidified. The green one is the standard. That's literally cotton burr, the husk of the cotton, just piled up in a pile until it breaks down to a nice rich state. That's pretty coarse, so it's not completely broke down, but it could be used as a mulch over your vegetable garden. The Ladybug products are really screened. You got a very consistent product. That's it for today's episode on compost, what to look for when you purchase, and a little basics on how to feed a compost pile and make them. Thanks for watching the video. We appreciate every view. Like, comment, subscribe, share. Definitely leave messages. You can contact us at the Mcintires on Facebook. Give us a call here at 512-863-8243. Thank you very much.